Hello, everybody. Welcome to the LuLu Readers Fest. My name is Nidhi Bagaria, and I'm from the creative world. And currently, I am at Mumbai in my house and talking to all of you. So, this is my second year to be associated with the LuLu Readers Fest, and it's been an amazing experience. Last year, I had the opportunity to interact with the children for an entire day and be at the Lulu Mall and interact with the entire team. And I must say that they're extremely warm. A big thank you to the whole team, Athira, Rebecca, and the rest of the team for inviting me. And yes, I'm looking forward to narrating a story to all of you today. So I'm sure you all are enjoying this particular time right now at home, doing wonderful new things every day, and listening to stories, reading stories must be one of them. And it's amazing that we have this facility of the internet that we can communicate, we can interact with each other in spite of sitting in different cities. So huge welcome to all of you who are joining me today, and thank you for the same. I must say that yes, hello, I have had a hello from somebody just now. The interaction that I had with the children last year was just amazing. And if those kids have joined me, a big hello to all of you. Yeah, somebody's asking me my name. My name is Nidhi Bagaria, and I'm from Mumbai. And yes, so before I begin with the story, um, storytelling is a very inherent part of all of us. We all talk to each other, we all socialize through stories. Imagine when there were no television sets, when there were no mobiles. What did people used to do? They used to converse, they used to interact, and they used to exchange stories. That was the way people used to exchange knowledge. And that's how different cultures went, were passed across. Um, So today we are going to go back to a few hundred years, and I'm going to narrate to you a folklore from Africa. But before that, I would like to share a small story about myself and why I have chosen an African folklore. Yes, hello. I have a lot of people saying hello to me. Thank you so much. Uh, yes, there is Arfat, there is Nanda Kumar. Yes, PG Korean. Thank you so much. Um, so I have grown up in various cities, and my schooling initially, when I was a child, has been done from Gujarat. Initially, I was in a Gujarati medium school. When I was 10 years old, we shifted to a different country. That's Kenya, a beautiful country in Africa. Hello, hello. And so over there, the mode of the language of conversation was only English. And of course, the main language in school was also English. So that was a huge challenge for me because it was a totally alien language to me. And the first few years were really tough. That's where storytelling actually helped me. That's where storytelling and storybooks helped me build my confidence, helped me build my language. And that's how storytelling has been an integral part of my life. So the more I read, the more I listened to stories, the more I conversed, it helped me to become more confident in my language. And believe me, there have been times when I've been teased as a Britisher now. So yes, that's a huge achievement. Yeah, by a dear friend. Huge achievement when you do not know the language and you overcome that challenge. And that was only through storytelling. Yeah. And that's the reason stories are very dear to my heart. And I believe storytelling is something that connects all of us together. So today I'm going to share a lovely folk tale from Africa. These folk tales gradually were adapted by an author in the US, and they became a part of the US folklore. Okay, so they were actually compiled and became a part of the US folklore. Now, what used to happen was it was not very nice to be a slave, especially during those 200, 300 years back, and to give each other courage. The slaves used to narrate stories to each other. So, how many of you know Bugs Bunny? How many of you know Bugs Bunny? Yeah. So, Bugs Bunny is something very recent. But these were stories about a character called Brer Rabbit. How many of you have heard about Brer Rabbit? Okay. So, Brer means brother, and generally their tales consisted of this character Brer Rabbit. It was a tiny little character, but very smart because it used its wit rather than brawn to overcome challenges, and most of the times in the stories it would overcome huge animals like the fox, the bear, and the wolf. And these stories actually gave hope to the slaves that if a tiny little animal like this can use its wit to overcome so many challenges, to fool and still come out a winner, so can they. So these tales actually helped the slaves to kind of, give motivation and give encouragement to each other. And as I said, they have been gradually compiled by an author into the US. The author's name was Joel Chandler Harris. So he gradually compiled all these stories which were narrated by the African slaves, and they were compiled into American folklore. Yeah. So we'll be listening to a story about this Brer Rabbit and what are his adventures. All right. So, are we all ready to listen to this wonderful story? So, let's do this. Come on, everybody, make your rabbit ears. I want all of you to first put your fingers over here and turn them around. Move your fingers just like a rabbit's ears. Awesome. Long time ago, long time ago, very long ago, it was a beautiful morning, and Brer Fox wanted to grow some goober peas in his patch of land. He got all his material and he started to work hard on his patch of land. He started digging and grew the goober peas. He would take care of those goober peas every single day. Gradually, as days passed, the goober peas grew into beautiful vines and had peas all over them. Now, nearby in a burrow lived Brer Rabbit with his entire family. Of course, he needed food. Brer Rabbit he would search for food every day for his family. Now, this morning, he came out of his burrow, he squeezed himself out. Yeah. Could you all squeeze yourself out from the burrow? He squeezed himself out, came out, searched here and there, and he saw the Brer Fox planting goober peas. And he knew this was the place that will give him the food for the next few days. He went back to his burrow, called his entire family, and they quietly went into the goober patch and ate the goober peas as much as they wanted, all of them, till their tummy was full and they could not eat any more. And they left the patch. This kept happening for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Every morning, the Brer Rabbit would come out of his hole, he would squeeze himself and go to the goober patch and have the peas till his stomach was full. Finally, there were no more peas left. Now, after the fourth day, Brer Fox came walking by. He wanted to check on his patch. He wanted to take the goober peas. But what do you think happened when he walked in? Oh no! Not even one goober piece was left behind. Who must have taken it? Brer Fox was extremely angry because it was his hard work and somebody else had taken away all the peas. He was sure it was the trickster Brer Rabbit. But Brer Rabbit was very clever at clearing his tracks, and he didn't have any proof that it was him. But he had to catch the rabbit because he had eaten up all his peas and he was extremely, extremely angry. He decided to set a trap. He took a piece of rope, he tied it to a small plant which was near the fence of the patch, and with that he bent the plant and took it towards a small opening on the fence from where the rabbit would walk in. He put a loop and kept it in that place so that whoever comes to steal his goober peas now would get entangled into the loop, and the plant will snap and he would end up hanging in the air like a yo-yo. Brer Fox was very satisfied and happy with himself. Ha! Let that goober thief come. I'm sure he's going to have his lesson and he's going to hang in mid-air just like a yo-yo. And he went off. Now, the next morning, of course, as usual, Brer Rabbit squeezed out of his burrow and started walking towards the patch. Oh boy, oh geez, it's time for peas. Lots and lots of peas for me, he kept singing. Would you all sing that with me? Let's sing it together one more time. Oh boy, oh geez, it's time for peas. Lots and lots of peas for me. Yes, he kept singing and going towards the goober patch. And today he had come all alone. He went inside and stepped into the fence where there was a hole. And what do you think happened? Snap! The rope got tied up on the mid of him, and of course, the tree snapped and he was left hanging mid-air just like a yo-yo. He realized He had been trapped by Brer Fox. And now, while hanging midair, he was thinking, what is going to happen? If Brer Fox comes, he's going to catch me. And I don't think it's going to be a good thing. And while he was thinking of a way to come out, somebody passed by. Somebody came walking by. It was the Brer Bear. And he saw this funny sight. The rabbit was hanging midair. He was so surprised. He called out to the Brer Rabbit, "Hey, Brer Rabbit, what are you doing? Hanging like this on the tree?" "Ah, nothing. Just there, just there. I'm just enjoying myself." "Enjoying yourself? Hanging from a tree? Really? Tell me what is so fun." "Oh, you know what? I am looking after the goober peas, and the Brer Fox is paying me $1 a minute." $1 a minute? Really? For what? The rabbit said, "Oh, for scaring all the crows away. I am acting like a scarecrow for the Brer Fox. I'm just making sure nobody eats the goober peas. And he's paying me $1 a minute." The bear was amazed. He had a huge family to feed. And he was thinking in his mind, this is amazing. If he is getting $1 a minute, I don't mind doing it. While he was thinking that, Brer Rabbit had already realized that he had planted that idea into the bear's mind. And he said, "Do you want to do this job, Bear?" Bear said, "I don't mind. I don't mind. It would be nice if I can earn $1 a minute. It would be really helpful for my family." And so the rabbit said, "All right, come here. First, you need to untie this knot and bring me down." So the bear went to the rabbit, untied the knot, and the rabbit was free. As soon as the rabbit was free, he asked the bear to take the position, tied the knot on him, and now, who do you think was hanging mid-air just like a yo-yo? It was the bear. Huh. Now, the rabbit was somebody not to be left behind. He was totally enjoying this scene. What did he do? He quickly ran to the fox and he said, "You know what? The trap you had laid for the goober thief has caught the thief. Don't you want to go and meet the thief?" The fox was very angry. "I am going to hit that thief today." He took up a stick and he started to walk quickly towards his goober patch. Brer Rabbit was following him right behind. As soon as he reached the goober patch and he saw the rabbit hanging midair, he just started shouting at him. He shouted and he shouted and he shouted so much because he was so angry. He did not give a chance to the bear to even give any explanation. The bear said, but, no ways. How dare you steal my goober piece?" "But listen." The fox was not ready to listen. He got the bear down and started hitting him really hard with the stick. Now, watching all this, the rabbit realized that the bear is also going to be extremely furious with him. for making a fool out of him. He quickly ran away from there. He knew the fox is, of course, going to be angry, but the bear is going to be even more furious. He went from there and came near a pond. Now, near that pond was some mud, and he hid himself inside the mud, only with his eyes bobbing out. It looked as if it was a bullfrog which was inside the muddy water with his bulging eyes out. And he sat there till the bear passed by. Now, after getting so much hurt and hit by the fox, the bear came. He was walking by. Oh, I'm going to catch that rabbit. He put me into so much trouble. $1 a minute? Wait, you rabbit, wait. I'm going to catch hold of you. And he passed that pond. And while going, he was searching and he saw, oh, there was a bullfrog. Hey, Mr. Bullfrog, have you seen the Brer Rabbit passing by? Have you seen him over here? Croak, croak. Oh, yes, I just saw him running in that direction. That's what the Brer Rabbit told him. The bear, of course, was very angry. He did not even wait for another second and he started to run in the direction that the rabbit had mentioned. And after a few minutes, when the rabbit saw that the bear had already left, he came out of the mud, jumped into the pond, cleaned himself, and started laughing so loudly. He was so happy that he had tricked Mr. Fox as well as the bear. And he started singing. La di da di da, la di da di da, la di di di. I will find new tricks to get me more peace. Of course, he was a trickster after all, isn't it? And tricking was something he could not live without. So he had already started thinking on how he's going to trick one more animal to get his food. Yeah? So can we sing that song one more time together? La di da di da, la di da di dee, la di da di da, la di da di dee. I will find new tricks to get me more peace. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this particular folklore, which was, as I said, these tales were exchanged between slaves and gradually were adopted into the US folklore. Yes, I can see a lot of hellos. Hello, Nimita. Hello. Um, and now we are going to uh, start with the activity. So I hope you all have your materials ready with you. So we're going to make a rocking rabbit today. Okay, so this is what we will be making. What I want you to do is, I have taken a colored paper plate. So you can also take your paper plates. If you do not have a colored paper plate, that's fine. You can always color your paper plates. Okay. So this is a paper plate. I hope all of you have your materials ready. Okay. So we are going to fold this paper plate into half like this. Let's fold it into half. Okay. Lovely. Now, once you have folded it into half, please cut it into two parts. So here I am cutting it into two parts. All right. Now, what you're going to do with your first half is roll it like this into a cone. Can you see this? We can do it together. First, fold it into half so that you can roll it properly. And now, like this. Can everybody see? Great. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is apply some fevicol over here. I have applied the fevicol. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is press it. Press it like this. Flatten it out. Okay. And put a clip like this. You can put any kind of a clip. This will help it to stick together. Okay. Now, while the body of the rabbit is getting stuck, we are going to take the other half paper plate and cut two ears out of them. Okay. So I'm cutting the two ears. The shape of the ears is like this. Okay. So you have your two ears ready. Now, once your ears are cut, yes, what you're going to do is take a blue paper and cut out strips, blue strips, which we will stick on the ears. Okay. So I have two blue strips which I have cut, and now what I'm going to do is stick it on to the ears. Okay. Okay. So we have stuck that on one of the ear, and we will stick it to the other one. Yes. So we have our ears ready. Can you see this? Okay, great. Now what we are going to do is we will take this ears. Let's make the eyes next. Take a white piece of paper. So we have a paper here and you can draw a circle and cut it out. I have a black sketch pen with me, and with that I'm going to make the eyes, the eyeball. So our eyes are ready. Can you see this? Yeah. I'm sure you have all this material with you at home. It's a simple activity and you can use this particular craft when you are narrating a story. So next time you want to share this story with your friends or family, use your puppet to narrate the story. So I'm sticking the eyes. The eyes have been stuck onto the face like this. And now the next step is we need to make the nose. So how are we going to make the nose? We will use the blue paper and cut a triangle out of it. So here I am cutting a triangle out of it. Okay. All right. So the triangle is ready. And now I'm going to stick it onto the rabbit like this. Can you all see? You need to turn the triangle around and we will stick it. Okay. Now our nose is ready. The next step is we need to stick the ears. Okay. So here we go. Can you see this? Yeah. So we will stick the ears and the same way we will use a clip to hold it together so that it stays firm for some time and then it will get stuck properly. Okay. So there we go. Can you see this? Your ears are ready. Now we need to do something else. The very important part of a rabbit, the whiskers and the mouth. So let's make the whiskers. We have to make the mouth over here. This is where the mouth will come. And let's make the whiskers. Wow, lovely. And your bunny rabbit is all ready, which can rock, and you can tell a story with your bunny rabbit about the Brad rabbit. Yeah? So I hope you all have enjoyed this particular story, and I hope you're going to share it with everybody. I can see a lot of hellos over here. Yes. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Tasneem. We have Arfat. Um, who else is there? Can I see? Uh, yes, we have. Uh, thank you. Thank you. We have M. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. And I hope you all have enjoyed this story and hope to see you all very soon. Please enjoy making this craft and do let us know. Send pictures, you can send us a message, you can send us the pictures of what you have made. It would be really nice to see what all you have made. Yeah. So thank you so much. It was lovely having all of you here, and thank you for attending the session. It was a pleasure narrating a story for all of you for the Lulu Readers Fest. Yeah. So I have a hello from Subhash. Yes, hello. Uh, yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you and have a lovely, lovely evening. Thank you.